you guys. Our first speaker tonight is Elle Benson. Elle is a renowned national consultant who specializes in helping organizations transition to greater impact to build capacity. With a remarkable career in the nonprofit sector, she has gained extensive expertise in various areas, including organizational development and change, executive transition consultancy, strategic planning, leadership development, and board governance. She is a very busy woman, y'all. She's the author of 2 books that focus on mindfulness and happiness. Please give a huge welcome to Elle Benson.
How's the sound? We're a little excited. I love it. Okay, so who went on vacation this summer? Oh, I love seeing hands go up. I love vacation. I'm always planning my next vacation. So whether it's going to a music festival with my very best friends and my littles, or hiking in Arizona with family, I find it interesting to note that the same experiences can occur on vacation, go on the same vacation, yet different levels of happiness are obtained. So there's science behind this. I'm a maximizer, and I want to maximize my vacation. Someone may 2 days later go back to work and have forgotten their sun-kissed bliss. The average sustained happiness from a vacation is 2 weeks. You spend a lot of money just to 2 weeks of happiness. Or you can be like me. I can retain that happiness boost for months to come. So what I want to do today is share some of the positive psychology interventions that I've researched and written about in my books to share with you. So positive psychologists define happiness as joy and well-being combined with the sense that life is worthwhile. I am a fangirl of Sonia Libranierski. She's written 2 books and done the research on these interventions. Her research shows that when you learn these interventions and you implement them in your day-to-day life, you have a higher immune system, that's reason enough, better relationships, higher career success, and more creativity. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you today. I'm going to get a little nerdy just for a quick minute. Okay, so this is a baseline happiness. This is the average person's baseline happiness. Okay? Now what I've done is plotted positive and negative events that happen. Okay? What's important to note is that we always go back to our baseline happiness. It's not, we're going to get married and sustain that happiness. Okay, so keep that in the back of your head. We always go back to that. What I've plotted now is our expectations of happiness. Now, what's interesting is that we always expect more happiness than we actually obtain. Right? You're like, that's me. I feel that. So we expect things, and we are always unsatisfied when we expect more than what we get. So we also have anxiety about negative things happening to us. We live in the, oh, what's going to happen now, and if it happens, it's going to be detrimental. Really, we will always go back to our set happiness. Crazy, right? Well, the science also shows us that some people are born happier than others. Okay? You all know them, those happy people. So those happy people, they have good genetics. 50% of your happiness comes from your DNA. Now I'm pretty lucky. If you've met my mom, she is the happiest person out there. Every bowl of ice cream that she eats is the best bowl of ice cream, right? People have told me I'm like my mom. So it is what it is. Now, what else makes up this happiness? Well, 10% is our circumstances. Now, our circumstances can be hard or impossible to change. Our circumstances can be our age, our family, our race, where we grew up, impossible to change, or things like our career, our salary, and other situations. Now, what makes me really sad is that most of us focus our happiness on our 10%, on the circumstances, the trying to obtain things. So when you focus on that 10%, you become my friend over here, the little hamster. So my hamster over here desires something. We've all been on this. All of you here, you've seen others. We desire, we strive, we obtain, we enjoy. But unfortunately, we adapt, and then we desire more. So often you see someone obtain something they really wanted, they hit that goal, and yet they're immediately want something else, or it's not good enough, or they forgot about it. That's that 10% of happiness. We cannot allow ourselves to optimize our happiness on that 10%. So what we can do is the 40%. Our 40% of our thoughts, our behaviors, and our actions. And that's what I want you to focus on and what I want you to take away from my presentation. Okay, I don't like math. I hate math. But this equation I stand by, and I try and live this equation again and again. Happiness is reality minus expectations. I'm going to repeat that. Happiness is reality minus expectations. So we were talking about vacations earlier. I had a terrible vacation in March. I had the expectation of going to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico with all you could eat and drink. Bliss and sun. Reality was the stomach bug for all of us, the entire family. So that equation didn't work out well for me. People find it funny who truly know me when I say lower your expectations. They're like, Elle is highly competitive and ambitious. I'm not telling you to shoot for less, but I'm telling you to lower your expectations if you want this to end up positively. So there are some interventions that we can institute that will help us in our day-to-day happiness. I would love to share all of them with you. Today I'm going to share two. The first one is developing a gratitude practice. Scientifically proven, if you can create a daily gratitude practice, appreciation for what you have, gratitude for the little things, it'll change that 40% and make our baseline go up happier. Our second thing is investing in our relationships. Spend time with those you love. Invest in our people. So I'm going to get you involved in a little experiment. I want all of you to get out your cell phones, and I want you to text someone you love. Tell them that you are grateful for them. I see that everyone's doing it. It means you have someone that you love. Awesome. Anyone get a text back? Don't set your expectations too high. They might be busy. Okay, great. Well, let's go back to vacations. I told you I love vacations and I'm a maximizer. So, for your next vacation, here's some things I want you to do using our happiness research. I want you to plan your vacation way in advance. Some of the science shows that we can obtain more happiness just in anticipating the vacation. You know that feeling where you're like, I'm going on vacation, it feels so good. Especially if you have my Mexico trip, the anticipation was way better than the actual trip. Love it. What I also want you to do, I want you to buy the souvenirs. Grant yourself time to go shopping, because what I want you to do is buy souvenirs that will remind you of that vacation. Think a coffee mug, think of a t-shirt that you're going to wear at the gym, something that is easy and affordable, but you can implement daily and see it, be reminded back to that place. What I also want you to do is I want you to take all the photos. Every photo, something that makes you smile, you take a photo of it. But then when you get home, I want you to print it, and I want you to hang it somewhere where you can see it. When you walk by there and you go, oh, that was really cool, I remember that vacation. We want to be reminded and be grateful for our experiences. Next, I want you to put your trip in your gratitude practice. Show that you are grateful for this. Make notes, and even now, if you have a gratitude practice, be grateful for the vacations you've taken in the past. I don't care if it was 10 years ago. Next, I want you to create a playlist. Get creative. Curate the songs you want to hear on your vacation. Now when you're on vacation, I want you to put it on loop. I did this when I studied abroad in London, and now every time I hear Coldplay, I'm transported back to the British Museum. It's kind of fun. Lastly, what I want you to do is I want you to share your trip with a friend and help them plan the trip. What did you learn? Lessons learned. Where do they need to go? It'll help you recall, and maybe they'll invite you on it too. Okay, so I'm willing to go on vacation with you. I can teach you a lot more about happiness interventions, but I'm also excited to teach your teams and your organization how to optimize expectations and happiness, and I'm happy for everyone being here today. Thank you.